Friday, February the 5th, it is time to start your weekend with some laughs, some giggles, some beverages, some comedy hugs. We have a great show for you. We'll be right back with all the details. All right, kids. Friday, February the 5th, it is the end of the week. It is time for weekend and laughing and happy times. We have the place for you to start. We have the I Don't Get It show, which is a weekly show that happens at HiFi in Manhattan, in the old Alphabet City neighborhood. As a matter of fact, this show is at 8 o'clock. It is free. Free show, which means more money for happiness and beverages and maybe a little snack in the area. I don't know. It's up to you guys. It's up to you. The world is your oyster. Or like Alphabet City is your oyster. I don't know. I don't like oysters. But anyway, that's not the point. The show is brought to you by this awesome duo, Mr. Matt Schwartzer and Mr. Gary Levitt. Matt Schwartzer is very funny. I think you could call him dry. And very funny. He has great stories about life, about being a dad, about, just doing his thing here in the city. Matt was recently on Comcast's Trial by Laughter Festival, and he is joined by Mr. Gary Levitt. Gary is so funny. He's very unique. He has lived and done comedy in San Francisco, in LA, and now in Brooklyn and New York on the old East Coast. He is also a regular performer at UCB and brings his unique, quirky style. It's like he's dark, but he's positive and he's very funny and engaging. You will love him. And let me tell you about the amazing lineup they have put together for you on this Friday evening. On the show, Mr. Microscene, he is originally from Jersey and since then has performed in just about every comedy venue in New York. He has been done stuff with the old Conan. May have heard of that guy. He was a writer on the 2015 Video Music Awards for MTV. He was nominated for Time Out New York's Joke of the Year. I mean, kaboom. Also on the show, Mr. Taylor Ketchum, originally from California. He was a college football player. So if you don't laugh, maybe he'll tackle you. I don't know. I'm not saying violence is the answer. I'm just saying watch yourself. He spent much of his 20s, he will tell you, in and out of rehabs in and around California and happened to meet a comedian in one of those stints, and that led him on his entirely new path. And since then, he has been knocking them down with comedy. He is so funny. Taylor has been featured on Spike TV and was recently on Access TV's Gotham Comedy Live. Corinne Fisher is on the show. Corinne is co-host of the wildly popular Guys We Fucked, Sorry Mom podcast. You can look that up on iTunes. She had a one-woman show called Corinne Fisher, I Stalk You. She performs regularly all over the city and not only dive bars, but also famed institutions such as Gotham Comedy Club. Also on the show, Ms. Angela Cobb, very funny. She has been at the She Devil Comedy Festival, the Stand Up 360 Comedy Festival. She, for 4 years running, has been the co-producer of the Fun Size and Venti Presents comedy show here in Manhattan and has recently started a new monthly show at QED. Chrissy Mayer is on the show. She was a finalist in the She Devil Comedy Festival. Her TV credits include Laughs on Fox, The Wendy Williams Show, Huffington Post Live. She is also the producer of Comedy at Stonewall, a monthly show which is fantastic. Look it up at the famed Stonewall Inn. Also on the show, Mr. Corey Jarvis. He has been at clubs and festivals all over the country. He's also been on Access TV, Gotham Comedy Live. He has his own web series called Corey Makes Movies Right. His writing has been featured in things like the Reader's Digest, which you may have heard of. So he's kind of at least a double threat. If he can sing or dance, there's even more, but let's stick to comedy for the moment, shall we? Again, this show is happening at HiFi, which is on Avenue A. You can take the L train to First Ave and just take a little stroll, or you could take the F train to the Second Ave, take a little stroll. It's a great funky little neighborhood, all kinds of good restaurants and bars around there. And HiFi itself is a great kind of divey, rock and roll, awesome bar. So get over there, support this great venue. Let us know what you thought of the show. Thanks for supporting live comedy.